stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Is able to put it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere, forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver.
That's caught at the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, lead. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's found the end zone. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Wentz going to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that, Beckett.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want...
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Like 20, like 80.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Taking on the midfield logo. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz going for the deep ball, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They've been burned twice already.